Kung siya may magbabalik, nananapig, kailan at saan, darating pa siya kasama. Ulit. Pwede naman na nating i-edit na lang. Sige. Tayo po'y dumako sa ating pong lesson plan and details of the topic. Ang ating pong assignment is Reflection Assignment Lesson Chapter 7. Ang ating pong pamagat is God is alive. Many of us know that the Lord Himself, the Almighty, came to have given His all to saving the mankind and all that's of creation. Let us all see Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 and 27, saying that God made us into His image and He Himself is self-existent. How we are having good knowledges and infinite details of His coming back of God through Jesus Christ was resurrected from the dead and the word of the fulfilled prophecy. There is life and light and wealthiness amongst the blessing of the people to redeem. Why have you not let the light come into you? Why does it prove so claimable? Who is God to have in a living life? Evidences that God really is alive. Main points and structures of the answers from our lesson. Learning by topic. At letter A, prophecy and fulfillment. Letter B, time of Abraham from the Old Testament itself. Letter C, time of Moses, Old Testament, and time of the Old Testament by prophecy. This lesson may tell the revealings and unwindings of closed doors towards the prophecies. At letter A, how does it was fulfilled? Fulfilled in prophecy, let us all see Amos chapter 3, verse 7. God's revealed his plans and descriptions of scribes are proof approving that God is a very silent warrior of his givings. The sovereign Lord does not nothing into these matters, but has because he has been sowed and worked unlimitedly to make good branches and followers, he is able to be amused that good results come abundantly until this generation. So we are going to be seeking servants and working people for the Bible and prophets. Laying chapter and verse, Hosea chapter 12 and 10, I've spoken to the prophets, it was I who multiplied visions and through the prophets gave parables through them. This proves that God himself is a very hard-working God. Through Jesus is the holding of keys, nothing can open the way of heaven and its secrets without him. A servant of God, orbs, messenger of truths, can be actually given the exact unlocked words, but of course we have faith in ourselves when there's Jesus. Because of him, we are mindful and obedient, and nothing interferes the process of God. Let us all proclaim John 14 and 29. And now I have told before it comes to pass, but when it is come to pass, ye might believe. This extraction for the remarks of the lesson, reasoning for us to believe when it happens. Fulfillment proofs, verse and chapter. Number 23, Numbers, chapter of the Bible, Numbers, chapter of 23:19. God is a man that does not lie, nor a son of man that he should change his mind. Does he speak and not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? The capture of this verse means that faithfulness is the most respected details of God's word. Additional proof, Isaiah 14:24, God sworn in sovereign pontiff that his promises are to be fulfilled, the plans of giving the legacies of good happenings and salvations towards all of the good seeds. At Isaiah verse 8, chapter of 55, God's words have seals and patents of verse saying will be accomplished. Let us come see why we have believed. In the times of Abraham, it was spoken in Genesis 15:13 and 16, and he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in land that not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them for 100 years, and also that nation whom they shall serve will be judged, and afterwards, yes, shall they come out with great substance? As for you will go to the fathers in peace, you will be buried at good old age. Then in fourth generation they will return here, for iniquity of the Amorite is not yet complete. Enslavings and mistreatments in a country not their own for 400 years and will punish the nation. Your descendants will come out of great possessions. Fulfillment of covenants, time of Moses, Exodus 12, chapter 1 of 4. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, in this month will stand of our calendar, you will reckon it first month of the year and tell the whole community of Israel. On the 10th of this month, every family must procure for itself a lamb, one piece each household. Abraham became father of faith upon believing the son's good comings upon birth despite of miscapability. There was a fulfillment in this happening. After 25 years of waiting from 75 years of fatherly age, a son was born. They named him Isaac, and Isaac able to marry Rebekah when he was 40 years old, and they bore the same fate like her mother-in-law Sarai. Fate revealed its powers against Isaac, and Rebekah sworn to have twin, which they whom named Esau and Jacob. Jacob seeks by faith sworn from God, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin, and Dinah. Through Joseph, the people of God were able to come to Egypt. The prophecy has happened. Moses was the one chosen to do the lands of pathways to receiving the promised blessings with promptness of the time givings and receivings. Levi, the son of Isaac, one of his four, he is the fourth offspring, was sought to be the leader to move out of Israelites away from Egypt. There were struggles as the Pharaohs refuses to say abiding because he's also God of Egypt. God sent his 10 plagues because of him being uprooted by the mishappenings from slavery and many more. More proofs. Let us go. Exodus chapter 12, 35 and 36. By fourth generation, time of Moses, the prophecy came to have a fulfillment. They were freed and possessed many great treasures and memories of life's happenings of those times. 500 years of difference from Abraham to Moses. Time of Moses, Exodus chapter 19, verse 5 and 6, covenant with chosen people. Exodus 20 and 32, it speaks about the Ten Commandments, worshipping of calves, and was discussed as a sin. The First Kings chapter 11 uh, speaks about the chosen people who has been there to do the betrayings. God also mentioned the prophet servant that is to come by prophecy. Isaiah verse 14, the virgin will conceive a son and will be named, yes, Emmanuel. Fulfillment in Matthew 1 verse 18-23, the Messiah was born. Isaiah 9 1 to 2, ministering in Galilee. Jesus preached and speaks words of his Father in righteousness of truthful happenings. Location was Galilee. Spoken on Matthew chapter 4 12 to 16. Psalms Mongkut 78 2. I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter hidden things, things from old, as said for Matthew 13 14 and 35. Jesus spoke about how a seed that sowed in fields, but while everyone was sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and went away. There are two kinds of seed, God's seeds and the evil one. Isaiah 53, 7:10 speaks about the sufferings of the Lamb, written also revealed words at Matthew 27, Psalm 69:27 exclaiming of thirst by God Jesus, but instead given sour wine using deep wine with ease of leaves and was given on Matthew 19:28 and 30. As it is continued to have seers and more believers, let us all see John 16:25. Though I have been speaking figuratively, a time is coming when I will no longer use this kind of language, but will tell you plainly about my Father. Revealed verse in chapter Revelation 10 of 8 and 11, Revelation 21 of 1. Then the voice that I had spoken to me once, go take the scroll that lies upon on the hand of an angel who is standing on the sea and on land. So I went to the angel and asked him to give me, take it and eat it. I will turn your stomach sour, but in your mouth it will be as sweet as honey. I took the little scroll from the angel's hand and ate it. It tasted as sweet as honey in my mouth, but when I have eaten it, my stomach turned sour. Then I was told, you must prophesy again about many people, nations, and languages and kings. This proves that God is alive by the continuings of his sowed seeds of words and by his light of life and emotional things of from prophecy to revelation. It continues the legacy of good will of having the very circling world towards the generation to generation. Not only mankind and its life forms, but also the whole creation itself. God is the Word, and the Word is God. Conclusion of the world of a whole topic. The fulfillments are already sworn. Let us achieve and receive it in God we dearly love, in Jesus, who is our way. It is already given. So this concludes our topic. Yes. May God bless us and guide us every day. Thank you so much.